Yeah, okay.
Don't.
I just got the gold.
I wanted to go get that in the next episode.
We should just
And
say
we haven't even
started.
synced it yet. I made a whole big point about I was gonna go get that gold. You gotta stop doing shit, Burtis.
I'm gonna
Alright.
confiscate your controller in a second here.
Alright. Welcome back to Co-Op.
Burtis!
You were taking my gold! I'm coming for you!
I like that they were just casually going around me for a second, too.
Yeah,
They can only casually go around you because we don't have friendly fire.
They could go through me.
Alright. Moving on up.
Through that castle.
Yeah, I found that some enemies are very good at dodging my attacks just by standing still. So, we're in this. There's a treasure chest up here, guys. Ah! And there's some kind of, like...
Naga thing.
Yeah. Sand maids?
Wait, is that what they're called? Sandmaids?
I don't know. They're like mermaids, only in the sand.
I kind of like the idea that they're called sandmaids, because it just sounds like they're calling like handmaids. Sneaky handmaids.
What is with this area and having, like, underwater creatures, but in the sand?
You know, I don't know.
Some guy was like, you know what's great? When you go to the beach and all those things from inside the water are just laying on the beach. But let's make them actual creatures. I have terrible ideas.
Fuck you, Scarab.
This looks like something you could break.
Oh,
Yeah.
we're gonna see some...
Oh wait, is that something we're gonna walk under later and it's gonna fall and they're like, oh no, Indiana Jones!
Greg, you're not supposed to share that. They're gonna get mad at you.
I will say that won't happen.
No, it's just some crappily designed ball.
Yeah, it's supposed to look arcane.
Huh.
I've spent... Every time I see one of those, I always go, oh, I should destroy that because it might be like an item or something that you can destroy.
I like
It's
that I can
not.
just walk through all this rubble, though.
Oh, the thing.
Ah, bugs!
Oh, that hurt you.
Hi.
Oh, they're hitting me.
This is becoming a quick running joke that me and bugs do not get along. I hate bugs!
I got an amulet of the plunderer, gladiator.
The plunderer? I mean, I guess it would be like gold find or magic find.
Fucking scorpion.
See, here's another one. It looks like it's all got like lava inside of it or something.
It's like cracks and shit.
Yeah, like I'm here to look special but not do anything.
It's like me.
You don't have to be that mean about yourself. You can be a
okay.
little nicer.
You guys hate me, I understand.
Just a little. Just a hair. That's all I'm okaying. It's just a hair.
One doll hair.
They're not worth nothing.
Dip, 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 dip. Oh yeah, they keep turning invisible. Which offends me because they can apparently turn invisible and then my disintegrate can't just like
Well,
target
if it's
them.
a ray of light that's hitting them, and if they're invisible, it would just be refracted around them, right?
Because my disintegration ray is a ray of light.
Well, it's a light we can see.
Because it doesn't have other properties outside of illuminating
Listen,
an
man,
area.
you don't know how this game works. Maybe
Let's keep
magic is
trying.
operated
Yeah.
in forms
Let's keep
of light.
trying to apply scientific theories and concepts to a fantasy game.
Listen, all I'm saying is maybe magic is just light.
Maybe magic, maybe mundane.
Maybe
Oh,
light.
this is nothing. Okay, so we have to backtrack a bit. I know, what is this,
Bad.
Metroid?
Not knowing where he's going, despite the fact that he's beaten this game and I'm all stuck back. Oh, that's right. I have this move. I totally forgot about again.
Oh, where you fire and jump?
Well, when I just zoom forward and catch up to you guys.
I like that yours like sprints.
Does it look like
whereas
I
mine
think I
used
moved
to, like,
slower
teleport.
than you guys
What?
overall?
Why is this a dead end? Oh,
'Cause-
god damn
wow.
it.
Maybe they randomly generated this dungeon. And
Oh yeah, no, this is a totally randomly generated.
Oh, it is? I thought
Yeah.
there wasn't any. You
No.
told me before that
Actually,
that
I'm
didn't
pretty sure
happen
you
anymore,
did say
Ben.
that.
I believe I can go
No,
back to
like-
episode 3 or something.
No,
part
no, no.
3, and
See,
I'm
what
like,
I thought you
so
meant-
nothing randomly generates in this game at all? And you're like, no.
No, like the maps are only generate, but like these dungeons, you'll
Oh,
always
it
find them.
rotates. Weird.
Like the ruins, you'll always find it no matter.
But like the interior of this is
The interior is
randomly
randomly generated, yes.
but the exterior stuff, like the mountains and crap in the desert, is not.
I must wait.
It's the same
Not
stuff.
not that I'm aware of, because when we went through with the footprints, just because I played it again so recently, that was the same, almost perfectly
For a
the
second, I
same.
thought we weren't even gonna get across that at
Yeah.
all.
This is just like a treasure dungeon.
Ooh, treasure.
Treasure dungeon. More like a fungeon.
That's boot.
That one hurt.
That sounded like a fart. A really, really wet
Yeah.
fart.
Die, zombies.
That was just a taste.
That was just a taste.
Was that me?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you're starting to speak up more.
Yeah, I'm not like the quiet person in the corner. So like, just glares at you and talks to me. Like, hey, what's going on?
I don't have enough
shooting
octane
icy
power.
daggers.
Yeah.
You're like, oh yeah, that's cool. You can just hang out there in the corner.
You can't even get away with just going yarp?
Narp.
Narp?
I love that movie.
Yeah. It's a good one.
It's a great one.
I still think The World's End is the...
Best of the Cornetto trilogy?
Yeah.
I think
and
it's-
it's hard. Because
yeah,
Shaun
they-
of the Dead is so good.
They are really hard to pull. Well, the thing is, they're good in different ways too. Where it's,
Yeah.
the thematics behind The World's End are some of the best you'll find
Yeah,
in
sure.
any comedy movie ever, period. It's kind of amazing what they managed to do with that. Shaun of the Dead is also similarly really good, and Shaun of the Dead may be just about the best monster movie ever made, too, from a thematic perspective.
Yeah, no, I could get behind that.
Hot Fuzz is a little different, where it's not quite as strong, like,
But it's funny.
but it's really fun and it's really good, and its central conceit is played so well.
Yeah.
That it's really hard to not enjoy it. And I think it's probably out of the three of them the most accessible movie.
Yes.
I need arcane power.
So I think it really is just one of those things where it just comes down a little bit to personal choice. I think my favorite's probably always gonna be Shaun of the Dead.
Just out of curiosity, were both his tomes reading at the same time over top of one another?
Yep.
I love
As
it.
we were talking about something completely unrelated to this.
Yeah, I don't really care what he was saying. I just really like the fact that I could hear him tell two stories at once.
Talking about Edgar Wright and Simon Pegg.
Edgar Wright has another movie in the works at the moment, doesn't he? Like, I
Yeah.
think they just released, like, cast information for it?
I don't know. Yeah, and strangely, it's not Star Wars Episode 9. Whoever
Yeah.
dropped the ball on that.
Thought I was Chris.
It's
Well, it's fun. Just speaking of personal taste in movies, I showed Brad for the first time my favorite movie, LA
Need
Confidential.
more arcane power.
And
my mom very much likes that movie.
I love it.
It's a really good movie. It's not probably among my favorites, but it's definitely among those that like. Let's watch it. Like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, it's one of those movies that I'll easily say is, yeah, like, if there's a number one movie I can always go back to, it's that one. Like, that's my favorite movie. And Brad was saying, like, he goes, I understand that it's a really good movie, but I don't understand you, of all people, why it's your favorite. And it was one of those questions that I'd never really had to, like, ask or address to myself before. But, yeah, I recognize there are better movies. I recognize that there are movies that are better made. Some of them not by much.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, LA Confidential is a really well-made, technically proficient movie. It's hard. One of those hard things to be like, yeah, no, it's not as I could, if someone were to say like, oh yeah, it stands among like the best like 100 movies ever made, I'd be like, yeah, I could see that.
But it's one of those movies where I could go back to it. I always find something a little bit that I didn't pick up before. But it's also that movie where it's just everything in line of what I've ever loved about movies. It's pulpy.
That's Oh Brother Where Art Thou to me.
Yeah.
That to me is just like everything that a movie should be is Oh Brother Where Art Thou.
Yeah. And it's everything I'd want to make out of a movie, more specifically. And then we got into this huge discussion about how movies just don't have fun anymore.
And you had this discussion with Burtis?
Brad.
Oh, this guy is not even part of our channel. Thanks, Ben. Wasting time. We're just gonna change it to you had this conversation with
There's
Burtis,
a bow.
so it became relevant.
There's a legendary bow that just or no.
But you said that movies don't have fun anymore?
It's not that they don't have fun. They're just not the same. The adventure, I feel like, is taken out. If there's a modern blockbuster coming out, they focus way too much on like comedy than I feel they do. Like Indiana Jones.
I think that's true, but I think at the same time, LA Confidential isn't exactly like a blockbuster.
No, this is a completely kind of a changing of gears.
Because like there are plenty of I think adventurous movies, but no, not a whole lot of them coming out of Hollywood nowadays. You get one of those a year. That one movie, it's like, okay, this was exactly what I was hoping for.
Yeah.
Like Pacific Rim from a few years ago. Or,
Yeah.
The Edge of Tomorrow from I think it was 2 summers ago.
Yeah.
And like Mission Impossible 5 maybe from last summer, but I don't really feel like there was a really strong one.
It's
last
one of those
year.
things, and like, and we.
Mad Max would probably be the best one, but that one,
Mad Max is probably the best example.
even that one though is like kind of right on the edge of whether or not you could consider it a blockbuster movie or not.
Yeah.
But like, there are some really good. The one I always like to come back to, and I highly recommend to people, especially if you've seen Star Wars, you can watch the guy from Star Wars, John Boyega, before he was in Star Wars, in Attack the Block, which is this fantastic, just adventurous little British movie about aliens attacking downtown London.
Yeah,
It's great.
I just like, you know, and there's yes, I recognize a little bit of bias in this. Like, I grew up with movies. We all grew up with movies like Indiana Jones, Jurassic Park.
Well, we're spoiled too because we grew up in an age where we could, Indiana Jones and Jurassic Park. Those are our parents' movies, but we were still able to watch them because of DVDs and VHS.
In those movies, yes, they have comedic moments. Like, one of my favorite moments in cinema history is when that guy in Indiana Jones pulls out the swords and is doing all those fancy tricks and he just fucking shoots them.
Yeah,
I think
which is another one of those things.
Like diary.
It's it was not even planned that way. It was written that they actually supposed to get in a fight, but Harrison Ford was too sick.
Yeah.
Like, can I just shoot him? I feel like we've been doing this episode for a very long time.
I think we might have been.
How are we doing?
Your timing is impeccable.
Really? Are we like, is it about... I was just like, we have had this conversation about movies going on for a long time. It has been long enough that I'm surprised we haven't heard that bell. Is it on?
I got scared for a second. I'm like, no, I remember.
Because we got through a lot of this dungeon.
It's over. Dungeon's over, guys.
Well, then let's get out of this dungeon.
But wait, there's a box.
Burtis. Oh, yeah.
Diablo was the youngest of the prime evils, but I found him the most dangerous, for his power over terror left him incapable of feeling fear. Though he had easily possessed and corrupted many humans, Diablo's essence was finally trapped in the soul stone.
We just had to pick up this plot point at the end of this
20
playthrough.
years ago.
Because now I'm like actually paying attention to it. He's like, Diablo's the youngest.
Yep.
So we took out the little baby of the family. Like, he's been the huge asshole that's like the big boss for the first 2 games. And he was just a baby?
Yeah, I mean, Mephisto was the oldest one, and Bale was like the second oldest. Yeah, that was the funniest thing I learned. It's like, he's the youngest, but it feels... But...
Watch Ben's awesome evasion skills.
Yeah.
Nice. Alright, next time
My
on
shirt falls
Co-Operatives, we are still in a desert.
Woo!
And... yeah.
But plot points.
Sure.